Hello everybody, it's Stampy and welcome to another episode inside of Stampy's lovely world. I'm so sorry. I needed to get that out of me. I wanted to do that for so many episodes and now doing it I just realized how bad it was. Hello everyone, welcome to episode... Is this episode 17? Holy cow. We're nearing the end, but before this video starts, I need to be transparent about a lot of things. As you can see, we're not starting from where we ended the last episode because I have all these items in my inventory. So I went back for these, and I died, I want to say 5 times. Add that to the counter. Don't do the dings though, because that could get annoying because I'm going to be talking over this, but... I died 5 times. I need to be transparent, and at one point it got as like, well, what's the point here? I didn't get the recording, so I went back, I got him, and I almost died a 6th time by being fired in lava, and it was just the worst. And just in general, I hate the new Nether. I despise it. Another thing that I forgot to mention, which is kind of bad, is I forgot a few questions in the last 2 episodes, and I'm so sorry. So to Yeetus Deletus and Prof Mad Scientist, wow, those names sound similar. To those 2 people, I greatly apologize, and because of that, this episode's going to be very short because I kind of just want to stop with like moving progress. We're getting close to the end here, and being completely honest here, I'm getting like kind of annoyed with like just difficulty and dying. So this episode I'm going to be answering just these people's questions because I made a mistake and they deserve it. Don't worry, I will be making a new episode very soon, and you guys will get anybody who's putting questions for the last 2 will get those answered. But just for this episode, I need to be exclusive. I need to give these people what they deserve. Other than that, in this episode, I'm tired of dying and I'm tired of doing hard stuff. It's very likely that with the blaze powder we have, we're not going to be able to find the stronghold, but we're getting very close to the end. I'm guessing for season 1 we're going to be having around 5 more episodes. I don't know, counting this one maybe. But this episode I want to do something calm. I want to do something collective. There's a reason I did the Stampy intro. There's a reason for that. And that is, I'm going to get a Doge this episode. I'm going to get a Doggo. I'm going to get a Pupper. All the bad cringe names. Because in that little montage I did in episode 15.5, it probably glossed over it. And because it was moving so fast, it probably didn't even capture it. But I saw dogs over here. I saw wolves. And I want to get a dog. So we're doing that. I need a dog. And I also need food. So let's just explore this. It's in a dark oak forest. Anyway, other than that, let's get into these people's questions that I forgot. So, yeah. Some will be deep, some will be funny. Let's see. We gotta love the memes we get. It's spinning. Yeetus Deletus. Biggest fear. Now this is kind of complicated, because I don't know how to answer this. To be completely honest, I don't know what my biggest fear is. I think, I'll say, like, my dumb biggest fear, and then I'll say, like, my actual biggest fear. Actually, I'll start with the actual one, because that's less boring. Overall, probably my main biggest fear... Here's a dog! Here's a dog! Wait 1 minute. I'll get right back to that. We need comfort. Why is he all shady? Why is he running away from me, too? He does not like this. Hey, come back here. Why are you not being a pal? Oh, now he's being a pal. Why is he running so much? Oh, he wants shade. Ooh, I don't know what to call him. Oh, boy. We could get 2 dogs. Do we want 2 dogs? We have 2 dogs. name them in the comments. Give them funny 2 names. Where's this dog? Where'd the doges be going? Anyway, we could get 3 dogs. No, 3's too much. We'll come back for him, maybe. I don't know. Oh, but do we? We gotta keep it as a pack. Everyone can comment 1 name, and I'll take the 3. We have 3 doges. This is the best. This is so good. I needed comfort, okay? I needed comfort. After that nether, me dying 5 times, I can't express how bad that was. Anyway, biggest fear. So, my actual biggest fear is probably just being a disappointment. That's it. Not being able to survive, not being able to survive and dying. That's probably it. In the real world. I guess there'd be something like, something I hate is, no, that's also kind of a dumb biggest fear. Yeah, just say, like, not being, like, decent. Not being a decent human being, being a terrible human being. That's my biggest fear, just becoming that. Becoming a, no, don't show a bad person. There's another dog, sorry. You can survive on your own. 3 is my limit. We'll come back for you if 1 doesn't make it. Where's all of our doges? There they are. But that's probably that. Now for kind of the dumb ones, which are funny. I have 2 kind of stupid big fears. One that's I could say is rational, and one that isn't. My one big fear I had this in like a nightmare, is like really bad water quality surrounded by like old structures and like something in the middle of it. I don't know, there's no image I can use to describe that, but it'd be like something in the middle of nowhere. It's like, imagine you're in a temple, like a really old temple, like from a video game, and inside it's just surrounded by like a lake of water, and in the middle there's just like a stone structure. The water quality is made of the worst possible water quality, but it looks like something could survive in it. You can't see how deep it is, you can't see that, and it's surrounded by a structure. That whole thing, that is one of my dumb big fears. Where the heck are these? Aw, he's cute. We're gonna need to give them all different colors too, but I don't know what I'm gonna name them. I also don't know where the other 2 went. Oh, here's one. The other one's outside. No, that's a bad situation. But my other one is something that happens in movies, which I hate. It's in films, for some reason, like in PG-13, you can't see like people like dying, but you can show people like disintegrating, and that's my second biggest fear. Disintegrating. Being disintegrated. It's the most horrifying crap. Like in, I want to say it's Transformers and Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, directed by just give me a minute. Post him up. I know his name, just I can't think of it on the spot. But where the Green Goblin throws that like bomb and like the people disintegrate, that freaks me the heck out. In Transformers 3, there's like this scene where like all the Decepticons do like a huge attack on Washington DC, and like they shoot like this thing and the people just turn into bones once they get hit. That, I don't know what it is about it, but it freaks me the frick out. What the heck is up with this kid? What is this? What is he wearing? Why is he so dapper with his clothes? What the heck? What is this? He's the most dapper guy. He's gonna kill me, so I don't want to be in his radar, and I have to eat food. We're gonna get food this episode, too. This episode is just gonna be talking. But that's also, that disintegration thing, scariest thing. That freaks me the heck out. Please, stop throwing that in movies. It's the most horrifying thing ever. I think it's just the idea that, like, you could die and nobody would be able to recognize it's you. Like, when in the Mandalorian series, like, he has a disintegration rifle. For some reason, that doesn't freak me out, because there's no, like, the only thing that remains is your clothes, and for some reason, like, oh, well, if they can find my clothes, they'll know it's me. I think that's just my thought process behind it. But just fears in general lately, I haven't been too bad. I used to be the biggest scared wimp, but recently I just like a few months ago, I got super depressed, and during October, my town has like this little corn maze where like people will try and scare you. They'll get like a guy with a chainsaw to run at you. Of course, he can't like hurt you or anything, but like the main idea is just like, oh yeah, scare the person. And I was like, I'm so sad, I need a scare. I need someone to scare the sadness away from me. And I went, and due to concerns over, of course, things, they couldn't do it to full capacity. Like, chainsaw guy will run at you, but he can't get like in 6 feet of you, so it wasn't too scary. But just the whole thing was just so, I hyped it up in my brain so much, and then when I went, I wasn't scared at all. And ever since then, I've just looked at every single like horror thing like in situation, and I'm like, well, if this happened, it isn't too scary. If I die by Jason, I die. So what? If he like punches my head off, I'll only be conscious for who knows 3 seconds, and then I'll enter the afterlife. So just the whole thing is I don't think about it that much. So that's why I haven't been scared. I've been focusing on this question for so long. I don't think I even started the timer, so we might get a really long episode here, but I'm gonna answer the second one. I'm gonna say we're about 7 minutes in, but I'm always like a minute ahead of that or a minute off it. So who knows? But I started the timer now. Next question. Oh, I didn't remove it like a fool. Bets are we're probably gonna get that one again. Sorry, Piggy. At least I established in the canon they're going somewhere. They're going to the Nether if I die, so they're never truly gone. Yeah, we got the same one. This wheel definitely has a pattern, I noticed. Like, it will always pick the same one you got before. So you gotta remove it. Why even have the option to not remove it if you're just gonna pick the same one? Subject wheel. What other video games do you enjoy playing? Do you prefer specific genre, FPS, sandbox, fighting? This is a really good question. I already explained, like, my longest times in games, but I never explained, sort of what games like, what genres I enjoy. I wouldn't say I had a genre. If I'd say, probably the ones I enjoyed the most would probably be between shooters and open world games. So, Spider-Man PS4 is open world. Minecraft is a sandbox game, but it could be considered open world. And what's the other one that I played? I played another one. And then for first-person shooters, I've played Halo, and that's about it. I was going to say shooters because I played Splatoon, but that's not first-person. I don't know. I kind of just pick up what's popular and see if I enjoy it, and check out like that. Some things that I really like recently, I think I've already talked about this so much, but I've been watching Game Grumps play Danganronpa. Those type of games I don't like playing. I like watching Let's Players play them just because I get to see their reaction and I can kind of butt in on what I'm thinking. But yeah, I would say probably around open world is what I enjoy the most. But I enjoy all types of games. I enjoy some shooters. I can't get into all shooters. Halo's the only one I enjoy. When it comes to video games in general, the thing that I kind of look at is like, I know a lot of people who are like, man, I want this to be like real life. But me personally, I kind of just want an experience that I couldn't get in real life. That's why I like role-playing games with like Spider-Man and stuff like that. Because I can't be Spider-Man in real life, but I can be Spider-Man in a video game. And that's kind of the cool thing about it. So I kind of enjoy more fantasy things. That's why I think I enjoy Halo more, because you get all the alien weapons, and it's so cool. You get to use like the Covenant, the Prometheans, I think that's what they're called. All that. The Prometheans too, it came full circle. The Prometheans as well, they have weapons that disintegrate you. That it horrifies me. Next. Last question. Yeah, this episode, this is a short one. I would say this is definitely more of a filler one, but we got the Doges. Now I should get a better look at them because I just kind of got them and then left. So let's take a look at our 3 dogs. Each one will give a name, dubbing by the collar. We have the one with the black collar. Look how cute he is. We have red collar and the one with the white. I think I should change his color to yellow, but people have already known him as the white doggo. But I'm gonna make it yellow because our bed's white. There we go. Oh, it looks so nice. Look, they have like the McDonald's colors, and then we just have, he has a black collar for some reason, but I don't know. Very cool. Oh, what's your opinion on the new Nintendo controversies? Ooh. Also, I'm just gonna go explore this area because I have nothing better to do. New Nintendo controversies. Okay, so he's talking about, like, just recently with, like, free Melee and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I have different opinions on various ones. I think, for some reason now, just recently, Nintendo has become very trigger-happy with just sending out a bunch of stuff, like, cease and desist. Now, for the free Melee one, I am very into the Smash Brothers scene and tourney stuff. So, though I would say, like, Nintendo, I can understand why they sent a cease and desist on the free Melee stuff. I don't see why they did it, because this is the thing. Melee is no longer being produced. Nintendo isn't making any profit from them. So unless they're, like, going to reveal that they're remaking Melee with online, that probably won't be good as with Slippy anyway. What's the point in suing it? Because here's the thing: when someone, like, looks at Melee, this new emulator, and they're playing online, and there's a tournament scene, someone may look at, like, the new game and be like, man, I want to buy that, and person might look at the Switch and be like, man, I want to buy that. Esports is huge now, and it's something that it's something that you can make so much money off of. And the fact that Nintendo is just like, oh, we'll send a cease and desist at this, I understand that you could, but here's the thing, Nintendo, just because you can sue doesn't mean you should. This is a case where, like, you have literally nothing to lose and just a bunch to gain, and for some reason they slipped it under the rug. And then the weirdest thing is when, like, the Splatoon fandom, or Splatoon, the Splatoon thing was like, well, if they're gonna mess with this, with these people, we need to fight for them. And in that case, bless you, bless your souls, Splatoon community, because that was such a good thing to do. And then they canceled the stream for no reason. Like, if you just didn't acknowledge it, you'd be completely fine. It doesn't make sense, because everybody in the Splatoon community, they changed their names to fight Nintendo's corporate evil. But there's also that. And then probably the biggest thing that I'm just like, okay, that's where I crossed the line. This is the one thing where I'm, like, legitimately peeved off. Like, the other two I can understand from a corporate standpoint because, like, they're in the right to do it, even though they maybe shouldn't have. This one I don't understand. When they sent a cease and desist to those people who were doing a charity for mental health, and they were using the Etika Joy-Con Boys slogan, and Nintendo sent a cease and desist, that's sick. That's terrible. Nintendo, like, legitimately, that's awful. Like, I really hope, and I don't think they will, but they better, I really, really hope they take that back. Because, for one, those people weren't profiting off that, off the, Joy-Cons. They said specifically, like, all proceeds go to mental health. We're purchasing the Joy-Cons. So, they're buying Nintendo's Joy-Cons, and they're using them to make custom to help mental health. And Nintendo's like, well, you can't use, and that they weren't suing over, like, the fact that they're selling Joy-Cons. They were suing over the fact that they own the trademark for the word Joy-Con, and it can't be used with Joy-Con Boys. So terrible. And not just that, there's probably 10 times worse companies that aren't doing this for charity, and they're probably just profiting off the Joy-Con slogan for no reason. And of all the things, you decide to sue that one. And mental health is such a bad issue, like, just now, and it always has been. And the fact that Nintendo is just, like, they're willing to just say, no, screw that, we're sending a cease and desist, and these people will suffer. They in a way, they could literally be killing people. And if they're not, since, like, for all we know, those donations could have helped someone so significantly, we're in our dogs, that it saved someone. And I just find that so sick. That's so wrong, and I'm so mad with Nintendo on that front. The problem with Nintendo is they're such an amazing company, except they're also they're just so, like, when it comes to their games, they're amazing. They're the best. I would say they're probably my favorite when it comes to the three consoles. But when it comes to their business decisions, they're just so bad. They do stuff that just doesn't make sense from a corporate standpoint. Like, just if you think about it for 5 minutes, why? Just the whole free melee thing. Why? It doesn't make sense. But that's that. I know. Thank you for that question, Yeetus Deletus. Now I know someone else also asked that question. Being I think it was Super T-Man. He also mentioned that. So both these people asked this question. So thank you very much. But yeah, just free melee in general, it really pees me off. Nintendo, I love you, but please just stop this, because people are in the right to not support you because of this, and you need to fix that. Like, you're killing your fans. You're not being nice to your fan base, and you're just like, for years I personally seen them, like, corporate wise, they were doing so good. Like, they were talking to their fans, they were understanding them, and now they just, in the past week, they threw it all away, and it's just so awful. But there's that.
Oh, how embarrassing! To be fair, I should have fallen off earlier in the round.
He's here. I shouldn't have made fun of him.
Oh
my gosh.
So,
no.
Well, that was a rather embarrassing way to end the round, but still rather a funny way to end the round. Hello, this is Stampy.